that better? Ooh, hold on. There we go. Okay. Is that better? Did I switch this back to my mic or is it on my guitar? That's on my mic. Okay. Is this where I want it to be? Yes, it is. Okay, good. I think what happened is for some ungodly reason, when I hit live stream for Twitter, not Twitter, brain. When I hit live stream for Twitch and like just general live stream, it'll for some ungodly reason it'll start streaming like everything. Everything, so it'll overload my computer, but it's just YouTube and Twitch now, so it should be fine. Anywho, all right, friends, so you said it started to cut out. Hold on. Wrong thing. There we go. Okay, you said it started to cut out around where? Was it just when we were talking with the three of them, or was it basically the whole thing? Okay. Alright. So this is too far. Or, I guess. What if we do go for the daring option? Will he get scared? Skip. We did smile. Y'all saw the kiss. Y'all saw the kiss, right? We was being tender and mild. So we're gonna go through this really quick. Mylene, my interest. I create custom jewelry in my spare time. It ties in nicely into what I do on a day-to-day basis. She's really good. You should let her make you something. What kind of jewelry do you make? I'm convinced Francessco was trying to propose to us, but it's fine. He suddenly pipes up, interest thoroughly piqued. Rings and necklaces mostly, but I've started experimenting with full body jewelry too. Well, I'd love for you to commission. Her smile is apologetic. I'm afraid I don't actually have much time right now, but leave your contact information with us and I'll be in touch. Thank you. Marketplace. I'm curious about your experience down here. Got any wisdom for us newcomers? I wouldn't say wisdom, but I do have a little piece of advice. Oh? You don't stick your nose where it doesn't belong. That's all. And that's exactly what the hell Francesco's gonna do. Hold on. There we go. And there we go. Sure, but even I could have told you that. I don't mean for it to come out as disappointed as it does, but the words are out before I can mold them into something more palatable. I'm certain you could have, but you've only heard that from the perspective of a surface dweller. I'm telling you this as someone who's seen a child get their throat slashed for stepping into the wrong place at the wrong time. Shit. Okay, we'll be careful. For the sake of our client's privacy, I can't divulge specific stories or names, but I love my job. What's the best part about it? Their expressions once they're finally up and flying. They're never quite the same, you know. Everyone experiences suspension differently, but there is always some sense of relief. Our day-to-day lives are tough. To be able to provide an escape for that is my greatest pride and joy. Oh. Kill a kill. My hobbies, huh? Well, this and tattooing are a big one. How do I explain this? I like being able to help people through a variety of experiences. That's my thing. You gonna talk about the small things? Like the puzzles? Oh. It's the first time we see him acting sheepish, hand coming up to scratch the back of his head. I just like a good puzzle after a long day. The 1,000-piece ones, they're meditative as fuck. He won't let anyone near the dining table when he's invested in a puzzle. Oi. It's true. Oh, Leon. The marketplace. What do you want to know about the marketplace? You searching for something? I haven't even told Francesco yet. There's no way I can ask about lunar core. I'm just looking. A knowing grin pulls at the corner of his lip. Right. Yeah. Looking. Everyone who comes here loves to just window shop. You're no different from our other clients. I tell them all the same thing. Don't make promises you can't keep. One moment you found your prize, and hey, you don't have the money, so you take a little loan. The next moment you're promising your kidney and liver because you didn't realize how high the interest rate on the loan was. Under my mask, I grimace. Yeah, I hear you. Loud and clear. No, about his teeth. My teeth? You talking about the reason they're pointy? Yeah, unless I'm ignorant, those can't be normal. Nah, you'd be correct. There are many different kinds of body modifications you can get down here, and this is one of them. His grin is impossibly wide. But why? That can't be practical. Yes, what if you accidentally bite your tongue? Francesco is so cute. Oh, the one guy who's like, I'ma blow up and act like I don't know nobody. Him. My favorite part about his teeth is I'm picturing Shark Boy and Lava Girl, and I'm just picturing him go dream, 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 dream. The rigger opens up his mouth and unabashedly sticks his tongue out for us to see the myriad of scars and groove indented into it. It's not that bad. I'll happily pay the price for a little scar here and there if that means I can look good and give my lovers a great bite. Well, that's dedication. Alright, and then Lynn. Express interest. I like collecting real antiques. It's an expensive hobby, but there are many beautiful pieces to be found everywhere in the marketplace. Oh, I suppressed the urge to ask a simple tattoo artist how a simple tattoo artist can make enough money to collect anything so outrageously expensive. So you filled your house with statues? Parachests? Among others. Yes. I like old coins and currency too. They are very interesting when you take the time to examine them up closely. My family collects coins too. As a kid, I've always wondered why they saved them instead of using them. But I think I understand now. I like how Leon was like, What do you want to know? Oh, nothing specific. Just curious about your experience here. I arrived here early on in my life. The marketplace is almost all I've ever known. The bonds that you forge here are stronger than any metal. You must cherish them with all you have. Or else you do not need me to tell you that. It is cutthroat if you do not know what you're doing. His warning is expected, especially coming from a long-time resident.
Lynn seems to blush. We asked about his collar.
This is a gift from my masters. It's very important to me.
Oh, that's why there are 2 locks on it.
He nods quietly. Next to me, Francesco is fidgeting because he also wants one. Well, I hope for your sake that you won't lose the key. Maybe he doesn't want one. Maybe he wants to give us one, and I could not put that past him.
Not a chance.
Kale brings attention to one of his own earring piercings. A small key dangles from the steel loop. How cute is that? That is so cute.
Marlene, show him your bracelet.
Sure enough, her wrist is adorned with a hand-woven, strappy leather bracelet with a similar key attached to it. They really care for him.
Aw, cuties. That's Duff.
Well, it's time for us to head back.
Sirius... No, I can't even say Sirius' name because yes, he would. What do you mean he would give us one? We already have one. We just don't know we have one yet. You ever thought about that? You ever thought about that? You ever thought about the fact that we already have one and we just don't know it? Give me 1 second, guys. I want to check and make sure that everything is running fast. Or not fast, correct. So I'm going to mute my mic really quick. I am satisfied. All right, we may continue.
Thank you for everything today. The experience was interesting. We had a great time. Killa smiles wide. Hey, you know you're always welcome here, right? Come back anytime. Yes, we would love to have you again.
Thanks.
May you have a safe journey home. With the final wave, we leave the building. When I reach up to stretch, my fresh punctured wounds protest under their bandages. But I feel strangely satisfied. Did you have fun? Yes, I really did. I'm glad I trusted them for the first time. Yeah, they took good care of us. I can see... Pain shoots through me. No. No. Not again. Not like this. Francesco instantly notices something is wrong and is by my side before I can blink. Sleepy? Pain explodes in my sinuses, behind my eyes, in my mind. The nausea follows, swirling rancidly in my stomach, creeping up my throat. I buckle, and with another dizzying spell slamming my head, I collapse against the wall, breathing shaky. Fuck, Give me a minute. You're shaking. Sleepy. We're the same. We are not to be ignored. Shut up. Never. Keyboard smash. I feel a crackle. No. I hear it. Smell it. See it. Then the world blurs. And then Darkness. Sleepy. Shit. Sleepy, please. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Wake up, please. I am barely conscious. Not quite coherent. Only a few seconds have passed. Francesco holds me and tries to stand me up with an arm around his shoulder. We have to go, Sleepy, okay? I think I heard them. Them? Oh, fuck. The babysitters. I'll walk you back to the inn. What's the name of the place you're staying at? I muster the strength to whisper it under my breath. The Leaping Bear. Okay. Urgency laces his voice. Let's hurry. Is there a way to avoid alerting these guards, even slightly? Baby, take your time. What's the rush? You're not my dog, I'm a dog, I'm a mic. Y'all, I don't know how to act with this new mic. It's actually quite fantastic. With an uncomfortably dry voice, I advise Francesco to be as slow and stealthy as he can. He seems skeptical of my plan, verging on important and patient. But he agrees. One foot before the other, step by step, we make our way through the narrow streets. I am extremely dizzy and have to lean most of my weight onto him, but he is unbothered. The flashing, the steady thrumming behind my closed eyes threatens to sweep my consciousness away again. But our steps are slow and steady and consistent, and it gives me something to focus on, something to hold on to. One foot before the other. Itch. We march. It feels like an eternity. We march, and we march. And at some point, he gently strokes the top of my head. It hardly registers, but I feel cared for. I think we were able to lose them, but I'm not sure. The Leaping Bear comes into view. Relief makes my shoulders sag and I almost stumble against Francesco. This is it, right? Are you able to go just a little further? I nod. What y'all saying? I remember the creators being asked how the boys would carry us, and Fran would like to be carried. Fran would like to be carried. Fran is the one who wants to be carried. He wants to be princess carried. Kier's not even, he's dragging us by our arm. Kier's not firefighting us. You know what? Actually, he might. I feel like Kier has a size thing. He has a size thing. Who's dragging us by our arm? Oleander is princess carrying us, and then Cirrus is the one dragging us by our arm. There we go. It's a mess trying to convince Rufus to let Francesco in. But he does, begrudgingly, when he sees the state I'm in, and we explain for the umpteenth time that no, I'm not drunk. Francesco receives a temporary medallion, and then we are shooed upstairs. Oh, poor baby. It feels like only a second passes between us making our way into my room, and my head hitting the pillow. Then I register my shoes being removed, and a wet cloth being thrust my way. But it's too late. I am so tired and so ill, and with that, I fall right asleep. Glow-warm light peeks through the bedroom curtains, spilling through the holes of my mask. I am awake, but I do not move, but I do not want to move. Is he the least? I don't think that Kier is the least romantic. I think Sirius is pretty real. Sirius might be the least romantic in my eyes.
I feel like Sirius is the least romantic. And Kier, hear me out. I love an enemies to lovers, and I love a tsundere. So to me, Kier is giving all of the romantic nudges to me in my heart. So I'm like, yeah, he's romantic. Oleander has planned a life for us on the surface. We have 6 kids. We're on a farm next to his sister's cottage. Like, he's already planned our life. So he's probably the second most romantic because, of course, Francesco's number 1. Glow-warm light peeks through the bedroom curtains, spilling through the holes of my mask. I'm awake, but I do not want to move. Everything hurts. When I do begrudgingly shift my body to turn on the side, I sense another weight beside me. He stayed with me. Look at the baby. Look at him. He's just a baby. Do you think he gets big brother? Little brother. He's definitely he's the youngest. He's the youngest. You can't tell me otherwise. He's the youngest. Oleander is the youngest. He's the youngest. He's just a baby. His chest rises and falls with each breath, completely unbothered by the movement. I take a moment to appreciate how natural it feels to have him here, almost as though it weren't the first time we shared a bed. As the minutes ticked by, I study his face, the strands of hair that fall over his mask, the curve of his nose, the light stubble on his jaw. He stirs. Sleepy? Good morning, sleepyhead. He grips the side of my shoulders in a panic. Hello? Are you all right? Do you feel better? Do you need me to find a doctor? I think it's about time I tell him the truth. His gaze is fixed upon me, and though I cannot see his eyes, I know he is expecting an answer too. Francesco. Yes. I'm terminally ill, and I'm going to die in an unspecified amount of time. Saying it out loud makes a weight sink deep into my stomach. I'm looking for lunary core. That's the only thing that'll cure me, as far as I'm aware. His low gasp tells me that he is also aware of its value. So, what happened to you yesterday was a symptom of my illness. Yes. Fractum anima is its name. For a moment, he is very still, processing what I've just dumped onto him. Then he takes a deep breath. Then he takes a deep, shaky breath. His voice cracks. Oh no. My heart twists. My baby. He's trying not to cry. I'm sorry, Sleepy. I'm sorry. I am so grateful that you told me so that I can see the error of my ways. All this time I've been dragging you on my adventures when you should have been going on yours. If I didn't want to do any of what we've done, I would have told you. Yes, but you need help finding lunary core, right? I'll help you. I'll do everything I can. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I have an urge to tell him that this isn't why I told him about my situation. But that would be a lie. Instead, I decide to sate my curiosity. Why are you down here then? Why all these adventures? Francesco freezes up. I've told you already, Sleepy.
I'm going to take over my family business. Y'all, Francesco is in the mafia. He's a mafia baby. He's a mafia baby. He has that little brother essence when he's talking. He does. He has little brother essence when he's talking about his sister. He really does. He seems like he gets on her nerves, and she raised him. Like, I think at some point he does say that she raised him. I could be crazy. And recalling incorrectly, but there is an unmistakable finality in his tone that makes me realize I won't get anything else out of him if I push the issue. There is something he's not telling me. I can't deny my disappointment. I'm grateful for my mask now, concealing my furrowed brows. Right. Must have forgotten about that. The tension dissipates slightly, and suddenly I want to be on my own. Think we need to get the day started. I can't slack on my search efforts, after all. Let's meet up later, okay? He pauses. I don't want to leave you alone. Franny, I'm sorry. I feel like he would not take teasing him. Aw. Let's try. Aw. Is poor little puppy gonna be lonely? Well, of course I am. Wait, that is not the issue here. I'm worried. If you're good, we'll see each other before you know it. You mean it? Sure I do. Okay. Then I'll be on the lookout for you, cool too. I'll send you a letter if I find anything. Good boy. His cheeks flush, and with that, I shoo him out of my room and enjoy a little privacy. I take a moment to remove my mask and go through my morning routine, relieved to run some cool water over my face. My impending death feels much more realer now that I've told someone. But no giving up. That's not part of the plan. I go through the motions automatically, rushing to get to the stalls and start searching once more. But when I do, and I'm finally out inhaling cold, damp cavern air, something hits me not even 5 minutes after I start walking. Fatigue. Intense, bone-deep fatigue. How? I ignore it. My mind and body have never felt as separate as they do now. I drag my body by force through the streets, carefully looking over the contents of the stalls one by one. Frustration boils inside me with every instance I leave empty-handed. I use that same frustration to fuel my trek through the marketplace. When someone claims to have it and I get my hopes up, only to find that, upon clear inspection, he is selling fake gemstones and counterfeit magical items. I decide to stop. Fuck. Something's just not right today. In the end, I trudge back home and find that the best course of action is simply to rest. My time is running out. I know it is. But the world doesn't know how stubborn I can be. And with that, I lean back onto my pillow, flipping through the pages of a book I purchased to find the chapter I left off. The next day, Francesco and I stumble upon each other right outside the Leaping Bear as I prepare for a second sweep of the marketplace. He pulls me in for a hug before I have the chance to protest, and then holds me at arm's length by the shoulders, looking somewhat sheepish. I'm happy you're still here. We need to talk. Huh? He sounds serious. You're dying. You don't know how much time you have left. What y'all talking about? His heart is too big for his body. It literally is. His heart is literally too big for his little self. It's too big for such a little Francessco, and I'm not okay with it. We should do something productive instead, Sleepy. My first reaction is a small flare of irritation. What does he think I've been doing so far? What more does he think is possible? The flare-up subsides then. He is not trying to take a jab at me. Something productive, huh? What are you suggesting? Let's go participate in an auction. I can't help my tinge of disappointment. My last visit to the auction house was a stark reminder of how hopeless my situation feels. I don't know. Last I checked, it barely ever goes on sale. We still have to look. All kinds of people come through the marketplace every single day. We can't wait until someone else seizes the opportunity before we do. This is gonna end terribly. His fierce determination does win me over. Do you know your way around bidding? We start walking in the Ruby Wall's direction. Of course. My mother went almost every month. On the surface, I mean. And sometimes she brought me along. I picked up a few things from her. I may not have as much expertise as you, but hopefully I can keep up. I barely have the heart to tell him as the auction house comes into view. Never done this in my life. Oh, right. He flushes. I'm learning every day that what I thought was normal really isn't at all. Is it really that different? He pauses again, and for a second I feel like his mind is elsewhere. Yes. Yes, it is. Oh, my pookie pooks. Y'all, is the stream acting okay? I just want to double check. I saw it drop, and I don't want to fight it today. I'm doing a stream check-in. Is it okay? We're doing good? Yeah? Okay, perfect. On that note, we enter the auction house. Something terrible's gonna happen in here, and we're all gonna cry. The noise dampens. Much to my relief, nothing has changed since my last trip here, save for my destination. It's fine. Okay, perfect. On my way to the stage, we notice someone selling gloves off to the side. The colors catch my eye immediately. They are bright and shimmery, visible even in the darkness. Funny place to be selling something so specific. He scuttles over eagerly to the space where people have gathered. He finds a gap to see whatever they're looking at, and I duck around some others to find a place beside him. It's a large writing slate mounted on a wall, listing what meant to be for sale today. Or at least I think that's what it is. I'm about to look closer, but a hint of movement catches my eye and makes me jump. There's a person standing beside the slate, dressed from toe to tip in black, including their flat, featureless mask. Based on the few carvings at the edge of the slate I can see, I'd guess they're intended to prevent vandalism. Ooh-wee. Turning my attention back, it takes more than a moment for me to get a grip with the density of the writing on the slate, all blocked off in sections. Sleepy, look. He slides behind me with a smooth motion before I can react. He's so slippery. Close, but careful not to touch. His consideration of all things is getting my heart to beat a little faster. This looks like the layout I know. Those sections to the left are for future sales.
His hand comes up, though it's obscured by my mask. I turn my head to see where he's pointing, leaning a little closer to him in the process. My shoulder bumps him. He stays still, a solid wall behind me. I follow his finger as he continues to point out details. The list in the middle is what's going to be auctioned off in this section. The time is at the top. It starts in an hour, and it's not very much. Maybe it's a slow day? That could be it. Francessco is hilarious. It's very sweet of him to play along when he definitely knows more about this than I do. There are 6 slots listed. The only item listed that I understood is apothecarial good, the final lot. I guess it's not impossible it's core. I have to ask Francesco about the meaning of the other listed items. I think most of the lots only name the seller, not the object. That should mean the seller is known for something specific. So knowing their name is as good as knowing what they're selling. If only we knew what the names meant. Francesco laughs a little. You know what? Franny boy. Franny. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. Because he knows. He knows so much. He knows so much that we just aren't aware of yet. And I'm just... Okay. Sorry. I wish I knew more. Well, we'll find out what's in each lot pretty soon, right? Kind of like opening gifts, except we don't exactly get anything. I was always excited to see what would come next when I attended with my mother. That's very sweet. Francesco points out that the first lot has the name of a sculptor, so it's a fair guess to assume it's an artwork of some kind. But beyond that, in lot 6, we're completely in the dark. Oh, it's ha. Okay. Huh. I was just thinking that we're in the dark when it comes to the auction. But that's always true down here, isn't it? Oh no, why did it take me reading that 3 times to get the joke? Francesco chuckles. I bet everyone tells that joke eventually. At the door of the auction hall, there is another black-clad figure, though this one is wearing a gilded mask with an exaggerated demonic face. 5 rum, 4 paddle. I'm aghast at the price. That's a week of dinners just to have the option to bid. We're bidding together. Here you are. But Francesco pays it like it's nothing. I want your money. I want more money. Handing over coins and taking an auction paddle. There's a symbol on it, but I don't recognize it. It's his family symbol. Rich people are something else. We pass through the door into the auction hall. In my imagination, I envisioned the hall as a fancy but ordinary room, but my mind is immediately corrected. The hall is a repurposed theater, proscenium and all, with rows of seating at the front and standing space cordoned off towards the back. The stage is currently hidden behind very heavy black curtains. Oh, wow. He looks surprised as I feel. Different from the auction hall back home? Yes, very different. Isn't it beautiful? That surprise shifts into excitement so quickly. Having fun, puppy. I am. There are a handful of people already in here, all spaced far apart. One person is sleeping quietly, their mask askew and their paddle loose in their hand. After a second, it hits the floor. Instead of filling the room with a loud crack of wood on stone, there is only the tiniest click of something hitting a carpet floor. It is unearthly quiet here. That's how I want my recording studio to sound, but I just work here. If this is what the auction hall is always like, maybe 5 rum is worth it. That would be a bargain for access to a quiet spot and some personal space. We find a spot towards the back of the seating area, far from the handful of other people here. The velvet seats are balding in larger patches, but the cushioning is still plush. God, Scar, this is good. I sigh as I slouch, while Francesco keeps much more of his decorum, sitting with posture that's obviously comes naturally to him. He still looks out of place down here, but this is probably the best fit for him yet. Francesco gives me "Don't cry for me, dear Francesco." I just want to say, this little heating thing for my tea, it gets the job done. Okay. Settling back, I close my eyes for a moment. The next thing I know, I'm leaned over and resting my head against something. Someone? Did I really just fall asleep the second I found a quiet room and a soft place to rest? I did. I know I did. There's still no one sitting on my other side, but the low murmur of people speaking softly with each other tells me that there are a lot of people here than before. And adding to the sound is Francesco, whispering very softly to himself. Though the light may blind me, I know the way by your warmth on my face. Is he? Pray. I sit up, turning my neck to stretch out the mild strain there. Didn't mean to fall asleep on you, bub. No, don't worry, Sleepy. I didn't want to disturb you, so I let you be. I hope I didn't presume. It would have been fine. I really shouldn't have fallen asleep in the first place. Really? But you're... Oh, does he think this is fractamanima? Is it? I know precious little about my condition beyond the basics. Maybe falling asleep easily is a symptom. Time to divert. Sounds like there's a lot more people in here. In the dim light, I think I can see them too. I don't have the time, but I think it's about to start. So I napped for almost an hour? I really failed to entertain you then. You'll have to dock my pay. He doesn't look amused though. Is that... Do you think that's why I want you around? Oh, he sounds hurt by the idea. No, I know it isn't that. But it would be a hell of a trick to dock my pay when it's already nothing. I almost wish it was the case so I could see how you do it. I love Francesco. Oh, y'all, Francesco just has autism. I'm just Francesco is just an autistic. He's just autistic. That's it. That's it. Francesco's soft chuckle confirms my jerk landed. The noise picks up slightly as the clutter intensifies, then stops suddenly at the sound of a hard bottom boot striking the wooden floor. The way the whispers and chatter of the room give way to the sound of a single footstep sends a chill up my spine. Anyone who can command a room with the sound of their footsteps. Well, after my nice relaxing nap, my guard is back up as high as it's ever been. The curtain parts. There are a few more clacks, then someone strides forward onto the stage. Oh, fuck. I don't immediately know what it is about the woman that makes me so afraid. But It's not just the obvious wealth she's displaying, dressed in silk with the mask glittering with gemstones. Though, that definitely doesn't help. It's something about how she moves. She strides forward without hesitation, without a glance at the audience, as though exempt from the danger of the marketplace. Most people travel the marketplace like me, trying to escape notice and just to melt into the crowd, unaware of everyone else aware of everyone else and on guard. Francessco moves freely, but he's naive that we think he's naive. He's never confirmed. Okay. He doesn't fully understand the risks of being here. The auctioneer knows. She just doesn't care. Go off, queen. At center stage, she turns to face us, her willing, I've been reading for, where are we? Are we an hour in? I've been reading for 4 hours, y'all. Okay. At center stage, she turns to face us, her willing audience. There are only a bare few whispers fluttering around the hall. They're like, do you see her outfit? She looks so good. Her outfit looks so good. Welcome to the auction. Today there will be 6 small lots. You will only raise your paddle if you choose to bid, and your bids will not be rescinded. Her voice is cold, but there's something compelling to it. And then she raises a hand and announces, "Bring out the first lot." Go off, queen. She raises her left hand, a signal to the staff waiting in the wing. They emerge, dressed all in black, carrying a stone statue. It's a shrouded human figure, or at least I can assume it's human, about 2/3 of the height of the auctioneer. This is a rare treasure, a marquette sculpted by the master sculptor Maylin, while creating the grand sculpture commissioned by the Prince of Pacifair. There's a sneering quality to her voice. For you worms too afraid of the sun to see it, the final work is many times larger than an ordinary man, and dedicated to the prince's great lost lover. She says it like it's a big joke. I guess to her it must be. There's a murmur among the crowd. Even Francessco is saying something. I lean in. A forgery? Puppy? He turns to me. It's not real. It looks like the original, but the maquettes Maylin made were from a portrait of the prince's lover. He added the shroud in the final sculpture without permission, and was almost executed for it. My mouth didn't want to do that one. Oh, that's why the auctioneer is staring at us. It's not just that she thinks she's better than anyone else. She knows she's selling a forgery. Shall we start the bidding at 200 rum? Francessco leans forward. He's about to stand. Shit. I grab his hand, hard in my throat. I'm terrified of getting the auctioneer's attention. Sleepy? I scramble to explain myself while keeping my voice at a whisper. The bidding starts. Is 200 a fair price for a Maylin thing? That gets him to stop and think. It's too low. That's enough to confirm my theory. Then everyone here knows it's a fake. Or most of them do. Of course, the auctioneer is treating it like a joke. People like me and Francessco, visitors who don't know enough to know better, or naive about the way the marketplace works, are supposed to be the butt of it. Maybe someone who knows it's a forgery buys it and tries to sell it as a profit, or some idiot thinks they're getting the deal of the century. Francesco settles into his chair again, but he's clearly uncomfortable. It's not right. An auction house has to verify what it's selling. That may be true on the surface, but not down here. The sculpture goes for 320 rum, an amount that makes me irrationally angry. I could live comfortably here in the market for ages with that money. Bitterly. I hope the buyer doesn't realize that this is a scam they're falling for. It's almost a relief to see the next lot. Instead of old but well-maintained torture tools. Oh, okay. Who would have guessed seeing thumb screws would be less upsetting? I watched Why do I feel like we entered thumb screws before? Why do I feel like we had thumb screws before? Okay, that's what I thought. I'm like, who got thumb screws? Somebody had thumb screws. I watched Francesco through the bidding. He looks morbidly curious by the whole collection, eyes glued on the auctioneer as she lifts one of the tools and demonstrates their use on the stage hand. Why? Incredibly, the stagehand doesn't make any noise during the whole demonstration, and when the tools are put away at the end of the beating, at the end of the bidding, not the beating. Whoops. House Euphoria has supplied us with a new contract. Lot 3. There is a slow shuffle of footsteps. This is it. Okay. This is where we're going. There's a slow shuffle of footsteps. I'm waiting to see one of the black-clad stagehands, but instead, an ordinary person walks slowly across the stage. This 4-year work contract has trained to House Euphoria's exact standards, ensuring thorough and discreet service, and is fully and legally enforceable in Ilancia. This contract stipulates that food, water, and reliable shelter must be provided, and that the worker's body remains whole and in good repair, in exchange for which all orders and requirements by the contract holder are to be followed. I forgot I was giving her a fancy voice. House Euphoria recommends using contracts for light manual labor, secretarial tasks, and message transit. But this does not preclude any types of work. This one goes by Periwinkle. Shall we start the bidding for her service at 150 rum? Rude! The person stands perfectly still beside the auctioneer, hands folded neatly. Instead of a mask, she's wearing a gossamer black veil. In the darkness... Is this a foreshadowing? Is this a foreshadowing? Is this a foreshadow? Okay. In the darkness of the hall, that's enough to obscure her face. But the fabric ripples and flutters with every move the auctioneer makes as she orchestrates the bidding. Any sudden movements and it'll fly off and expose her face. Francesco. 1-5. Francesco raises his paddle as he Francesco raises his paddle as he says it, and his voice carries through the hall. I catch his sleeve, and for a moment he hesitates, but he keeps the paddle held high and steady. 1-5 to bidder number 13. The auctioneer's attention is directly on him. I let go of him automatically, not wanting any more attention from her than I've already gotten. What are you doing? Is buying a slave part of the plan? I'm trying so hard to keep my voice down, and it's only because a murmur has risen in the hall that I'm not making a scene with myself. I am stressed out. 1-6, and I'm hearing 1-6 from bidder number 4. Bidder number 4 has the high bid of 160 rum. The auctioneer's narration fills the room. It's only when she stopped that I can hear Francesco answer.
and buy out the contract. Soft-hearted fool! Of course, he wants to save the indentured slave from the underground. I feel my guts filling with bile. He stresses me out. This is why we can't take him anywhere. Shouldn't he be focused on saving me? Has his attention on me been nothing but pity? Kind of the kind that any poor little creature could earn? Dang. He got me heated. Francesco got me heated for a second. The hot, bitter sensation of selfishness and envy. Oh my god. The hot, bitter sensation of selfishness and envy strokes my temper. 165. 165. The high bid is with you, Mr. 13. Periwinkle is capable in all 6 of House Euphoria's vaulted great arts, so this is almost robbery. 1-8. And the bidder number 4 recognizes the true value of this contract. The high bid is 180 rum. 1-9, Francesco. What are you doing? I hiss out my words, but I'm not in control of my volume anymore. I have to do something. Mr. 13. Oh, my bad. Mr. 13, you have the high bid with 190 rum. This isn't even that close to the money needed for Lunar Accord, but it's still overwhelming to hear those totals being thrown around. You can't save everyone in the market, Francesco. I have to try. He is stressing me the fuck out. He is stressing me the fuck out. Because what do you mean my little remote doesn't work when I turn it off? What do you mean, Francesco? What do you mean? Franny baby. Francesco. This is a means of my safety, of your safety, of your baby's mama's safety. Like this is a means of safety for like 6 other people. And you are deciding to do what? I need to hear that clearly one more time. Oh, okay. What about me? Can you help me and everyone else? I put a hand on his arm again, not to hold it down, just to touch. He faces me as if he just realized what he's doing. You're right. He puts down his paddle, and when the next bit comes in, he doesn't challenge it. I feel relieved, I suppose, but also guilty. Ugh. I let my attention drift a bit, the rhythm of the bidding easy to block out. Lot 4. Lot 4. This will be of special interest to one party in attendance. What do you mean, Queen? What do you mean? What do you mean? The auctioneer voice makes us both jump in our seats. I put my hand back on my lap. It is accompanied by a letter from the seller who has chosen to remain anonymous. Selling as my previous request has been ignored, and the subject no longer has fingers on the left hand. I have chosen to escalate. What?
With a single wave of her hand, the auctioneer brings in the lot. It's hard to tell what it is. It's sitting on a bit of white linen. Some of it stained pink around the object. It's a reddish-brown lump, maybe the size of a fist. It looks... oh, fuck. It's flesh. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's flesh. This is the left side kidney. What? Okay, this is fine. There is a shrill scream from someone in the audience sitting near the front. The auctioneer continues, projecting her voice over the sobs that follow. The subject was asleep for the procedure and is alive at the time of the sale. Now, that is an incision that has been made. I have access to more tokens I can send. If you would like to negotiate for the return of the subject, please submit a winning bid and follow the rest of the instructions in this letter. Cold-blooded. I can hear the auctioneer's grin. She looks directly at the party near the front, where multiple people are crying. That is cold-blooded. It's cold-blooded. The rest of this letter contains only the eyes of the winner. Ooh. And no one will bat an eye. The rest of this letter's contents are only for the eyes of the winner. Shall we start the bidding at 200 rum? In comparison to that, the collection of preserved parasites that makes up Lot 5 is downright pleasant. There's no more room for my skin to crawl, it seems. And finally, that leads us to... And finally, this is the lot I am certain many of you were waiting for. Why is there many? Y'all, do I need to mentally prepare myself? Okay. No, there was weeping. There was weeping. Yeah, there were tears. Brewed by an excellent doctor, this popular elixir is known for its miraculous properties. Despite myself, hope rises in my chest. I can see Francessco sitting up straighter in the edge of my vision. With a sweep of her arm, an assistant carries in a small box. Lifting the lid, there are 6 glass bottles, all a little larger than a fist and filled with a deep gold liquid. The good Dr. Livewell is offering 6 bottles of tincture of solar ichor. That is so rude. That's so disrespectful. The bids open at 50 rum. 50? Any hope that managed to take root in me withers almost instantly. Everyone knows Lunar God bleeds. Everyone knows that the Lunar God bleeds, and so it is possible to collect their ichor. The Solar God has no such weakness. Looking at Francessco, he's also disappointed. A scam, right? He nods slowly. It's probably laudanum. Maybe the turmeric and the spice to make it that color. It's generous to assume the charlatan used a spice when ochre is probably cheaper. Then we don't need to stay here. I stand up, twisting and stretching my joints a little. My seat was so comfortable and good on my back. For once my spine doesn't pop. Ooh, that sounds nice. I tuck away my disappointment. Going to the auction house was always going to be a long shot. What if we would have stayed for one more and they would have been like, just kidding, here's the real one, the lunar core. Francesco breaks the silence quickly once we're back outside. I'm sorry we couldn't find the Ecole. Today is your day. You follow wherever you wish. It's fine. Nothing you have to apologize for. But you're right. Today is my day then. We can't go around frolicking forever. I should prioritize the things that'll make me feel best and indulge in those. Suddenly, the possibilities feel endless. Let's see what we should do. Ooh, child. There's a lot of options. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Take a trip to the host bar. Browse the largest library. Try delicacies. A smoke lounge. Get your hair taken care of. That sounds nice. That sounds fun. Let's go to the host bar. We love a host club. The decision to go to the host bar is slightly an impulsive one. Not so much of a need as a mere passing curiosity. But Francesco agrees to join me. It's all new to him too. To find ourselves at the center of the spice rack, a crude name for a shoddy front that barely masks the locals' real intentions. It sure is busy. And it takes a few minutes until we're seated by one of the staff and welcome drinks are slid our way. Cripes. I hold the glass up to my nose and immediately pull away. This stinks of alcohol. Across me, Francesco coughs after taking a sip. Yes, it's rather strong. Could it be that they're trying to loosen your inhibitions a little? That is definitely what they're doing. Judging from the crowd, it's working. Could you imagine? They're like, yeah. Here, have a free shot. And it's like 600 proof. 600 proof alcohol. That'll make you feel too good. Especially that one bad end. Oh, okay. I take a sip of my own and twist my lips in displeasure. My mask slide right back onto my face with a strong aftertaste of juniper berries assault my senses. No more of this for me. You like it? He pauses to try the drink again. No, I can't say I do. It tastes cheap. My smile is automatic. You and your aristocratic taste buds. They're not aristocratic. He smiles sheepishly. A little shared banter later, we're finally approached by one of the hosts. Hi. The girl who saddles up to us is obviously one of the fan favorites, as other mass patrons' gaze follows her. You must be new around here. She's cute. Her hand rests on the side of my arm, where I notice her elaborate manicure. Yes, almond-shaped nails dyed burgundy with a traditional stain. Okay. Her middle and ring fingers are completely filed down. This game continues. This tea is delicious.
Peak writing. Yes, peak writing. Woo, okay. And prepared, it seems. What's your name? I'm Paprika. I have to say I love your outfit. She latches onto me quickly, bombarding me with one compliment after the other, all cheap platitudes that would have worked more effectively were I slightly less sober. In the meantime, Francesco watches on quietly. Curiosity gets the best of me when I see him so still and inquisitive. Hey puppy, would you like to stay for a chat? Huh? Of course. That's what we're here for, is it not? It doesn't have to be. We can keep to ourselves if you prefer. Oh. No, Sleepy. I'm leaving the choice up to you. Today is your day, remember? The question is, do I want to stay and get the royal treatment or do I want privacy? I'll hang out with Franny because I feel like if I pry him enough, I'll figure it out. I figure that although their attention is fun, I'm not interested in taking it any further. I turn to face the host. Thanks, but I'm in good company right now, and I'd like to focus on him, actually. Look at him blushing. Paprika makes an effort to seem disappointed and recovers quickly. Oh, okay, sure. She rolls off before I can say goodbye, and with that, the illusion shatters. It's to be expected. Do you want a different drink? I decide to change topics quickly in an effort to start fresh. I'd love that. But, you know, Sleepy. Huh? If you'd like to speak to the host, you can. I won't stop you on your special day. And it would be selfish to keep you all to myself. Yeah, sure. But I'm just not that interested in anybody else. I just want to say, in the last chapter, he was up there dancing with everybody and all in everybody's face. And then when I came and was like, why are you dancing in everybody's face? He was like, Sleepy, I'm free. Sleepy, you can't do this. I'm free. I want to be free. I'm a free man. His blush makes everything up until now worth it. He's so cute. Our time at the host club comes to an end. Francesco falls into step beside me, content. We've been seeing a lot of new unexpected things. Maybe he's happy about that. Despite everything, I can't help but smile at the thought. Huh. Where should we go next? Ooh, we got another option. I low-key want to get our hair done. Mostly because I need to get my hair done. A hair salon? Yeah, sounds relaxing, doesn't it? It does. Do you have anywhere specific you'd like to go? Aesthetics and appearance should have been at the bottom of my priorities list since arriving to the marketplace. So, I have all but ignored anything remotely resembling a salon. Let's ask around. Ooh. Not this looking like a black hair salon. Okay. The place we end up is nothing to write home about, but the owners are something else. Ooh, hold on. Wait. Not a single father. Does he need a wife? 3 kids. I just need him to know that I could take another husband in the roster. Alucard is very selfish, and so is Ray. Actually, they're all yandere, so never mind. A single father with a seemingly limitless supply of energy and 3 boisterous kids running around, helping with little errands here and there. Oh. His assistant is a very, very tired woman with no patience for their antics. Gorgeous locks with a great shade of chestnut. How do you care for it? I smell oregon. So I'm sure you use oil to maintain the ends, but what about your roots? The hairdresser runs his fingers through Francesco's hair and immediately blasts him with questions.
He's barely breathing in between questions, or maybe he only breathes in small bursts. I watch on, fascinated, as the assistant comes up behind me and taps me on the shoulder. Mr. 305 Miami. Going to need to lower that hood, if you please. Just a moment. Is he excited to see our hair? I turn to Francesco. Who is doing his best to pretend he wasn't just hoping for a glance. You're not allowed to look, not even a peek. You keep those eyes straight ahead. Yeah. Aw. Yep. Oh, I love him. I understand. I won't look. Good. I lower my hood then and lean back in my seat. Well, what can I do for you today? I just gave her Francesco's voice. This is fine. If you choose bald, you get an Easter egg. Not you spoiling it for me. One of those scalp massages sound pretty good around now. With our original scent. Yeah, that works. In your face? What about it? She sighs audibly. Ooh! Would you like treatment for your face too? I'm good for now. One of the kids runs up to me with a freshly heated towel for my hands, and then leaves just as fast, nearly tripping over their own feet. Oh, they're so cute. Is it always this busy? Well, Don insists they need work experience from an early age. Damn. The assistant gets to work without following up, and with a strong, practiced fingers, she works from the base of my skull up, loosening the tension bit by bit. Next to me, I notice Francesco is getting his ends trimmed. He's fiddling with his hands in his lap. He's so cute. He calls out when there's a pause in the hairdresser's incessant questions. Can I ask you a question? You still can't look. No, I know that. But can I ask you just one thing? I want to know how long your hair is. Huh? I just want to know what I should be imagining. Imagining? My, oh my. I stopped myself from teasing any further. Boo. Well, just the length should be fine. No, I kind of want to do the, not obscenely long. Oh God, it's obscenely thick. How long? My hair is about shoulder length. We're gonna do the bald one really quick. Is that so? I was just wondering how you kept your hair so well hidden all this time. Helps not have any. Also, just easier when you're out and about. Yes, I can imagine. I am so curious. Perhaps I shouldn't have asked. Now I want to see you even more. Aww, you're so impatient. Can you blame me? His bolder response captures me off guard, and I find that I don't dislike it. No, I guess not. As silence falls over us, the metallic snip of scissors is the only sound interrupting it. I find myself feeling oddly content. And by the end of the massage, my scalp feels soft and smells of something like fresh lilies. Well, what should we do now? What was the Easter egg? Wait. What was that? What was the Easter egg? Did I miss something? I guess not. Does Franny have a thing for baldies? Franny, you want me to be bald? Mr. 305. Oh, was I not watching right? It was a video. I thought it was in the game. Sorry. Oh, no. Don't be sorry. We'll go shorter leg. Okay. bros. Do we get to do everything? Interesting. I'm scared to catch the choir because if we catch the choir, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be stuck in Sirius's church. We'll go to the library. I love a book. I'm hungry for knowledge. There hasn't been a moment of time for any actual research. The library is huge. The library is huge. Maybe almost as large as the auction house, but not quite. Bookshelves cover the walls and from floor to ceiling, packed with all kinds of reading material. Many of the books here are worn with years of use and poor storage conditions. Don't know how much of this will be applicable, but there's gotta be something here to use somewhere. Well, let's pick somewhere to start. Ooh. Herbs and Healing, Diary of an Estranged Soul, Tales of the Masked Bear. That kind of sounds fun. It's a children's book. Common sense dictates that I should place it back and not waste time. But the drawings of the bear and his mask are very cute. I take a moment to thumb through it. He looks a little like Rufus. The bear goes... Please illustrate the book. I'll draw it. I can't draw, but y'all, I will do some bomb stick figures. I will make some fantastic stick figures. The bear goes on whimsical little adventures and he tries his very best to help people. He wears a mask so as not to scare the kids away. In the end, all his new friends and people helped accept him without even his mask. Oh, a classic. We love Rufus. I slipped the book back into its place. When I glanced back to search for Francessco, he's taken a modest pile of books over at one of the mini tables and is deep into his reading. I hope he finds something, because I sure haven't. With that, I make my way to another bookshelf. Maybe one of these will be helpful. Seducing an Average Rich Man, a romance story. Who am I to not read about a romance story? I'm just, this is smut. Yes! I've just picked up a gratuitous, poorly written slop, and for some reason, I cannot stop reading it. That's the best smut. I love it. Wow. Hi. She needs to leave him. He's so controlling. And on top of that, he's choking you? Is that... That's not how penetration works. I decide that I've seen enough and leave the book be. Sleepy. In a hushed tone, Francesco beckons me over to this table. He's actually been working. After taking a seat beside him and reporting on the lack of new information, I get a closer look at the titles he plucked from the shelves. He also got smut books. Celestial Physics? Medical journals. Could they really give us any insight on fractum anima or lunar core? And more importantly, skimming through the top book myself confirms something decidedly unexpected. Either I'm hopelessly dumb, or these are advanced pieces of literature. I doubt just anyone could be able to pick these up. My king. I stare up at him for a few seconds, perplexed. Puppy? Yes? You're the one who grabbed these, right? That's right. What does, quantum chromodynamics mean? Dynamics. Chromodynamics? Look, I can't even say it. It's the theory of fundamental particles in relation to... Wait, why are you asking me? Huh. You're really intelligent. Way smarter than you let on. Oh, thank you. I pause. But why do you hide it? Huh? You think I was hiding it from you? So where does this come from? You got a degree? I graduated in business at 2 different universities. Most of my life up until this point has been dedicated to studying. Sounds pretty dry. But then, why do you know about advanced physics? How are you able to read through complex medical papers? Why are you interrogating me, Sleepy? Because it's weird, isn't it? I think you're the one who's being a little weird now. Francesco, we about to fist fight because who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? It's the first time he's made a comment like that towards me, so it hits me harder than expected. Okay. Sorry, I'll back off. So anyways, were you able to find anything? Only in regards to your sickness, I found a small section in this medical journal. He gently prized the book open, revealing a mess of handwritten notes and a small paper tucked away inside, overlaying walls of neatly printed text. Clearly this was a well-loved journal. The entry he shows me is strange. They speak of tasting jagged lines, hearing the sounds of ash and sulfur, seeing their faith unraveling before them. Sometimes the writing style and font change slightly, depending on their mood. A few sections of the paper have been torn out altogether. This person must have been suffering a lot. Far gone, even. I recognize the symptoms easily. The section ends unnervingly fast, with red handwriting, at the end labeling it with a diagnosis of fractum anima. Well, that's comforting. I'm sorry. I know it's not very helpful. At least I know I'm not alone in this. There's something to be said for that. With that, our adventure at the library comes to a close. I don't want to go nowhere else. He pissed me off. How are you gonna get so upset about me wondering about you when you are completely in my life now? That's what the Obscura boys, they get under my skin with. They get under my skin with it. I want to go home, but I'm gonna try a fancy restaurant. You know what? Work his bags. You better make his pockets hurt. Do 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 do. Francessco suggests a restaurant I haven't seen nor heard of. The idea that a restaurant even exists here is strange to me. Pubs and taverns, yes, but not luxurious establishments. It dawns upon me then that although I've made many rounds of the marketplace, I have mostly steered clear of the rich neighborhood. In a place where anything and everything is sold, of course they would cater to bellies of the rich. And what kind of food do they serve? Rare delicacies. We're about to eat somebody's kidney. He clasped his hands, brimming with excitement. I'm scared. They will prepare almost anything the client demands, provided they order in advance. Do they have a regular menu? They do. Hello? Wait. That was okay. They do, but it changes every single day based on ingredient availability. That sounds interesting. Yes. Francesco makes a show of giving me his hand. Will you allow me to escort you? No, because I'm still mad at you. Thank you. I'd like that. His hand is warm and gentle in my own. If it weren't for our seedy surroundings, I'd almost feel at home. The restaurant we enter is steeped in luxury from top to bottom. Gold-trimmed, tastefully framed oil paintings and perfectly polished silverware make the dining room feel opulent and a touch of overwhelming. I would have expected the I would have expected to feel out of place immediately, especially considering the obvious wealth of some of the other patrons. But seeing how naturally and confidently my partner holds himself around the staff, how he holds the chair out for me and orders us a glass of their finest, not a moment later, I feel we don't stand out much. I can't imagine what a wine needs to be considered the finest. Neither do I. But this way, we don't need to second guess our choice. When the staff, adorned with beautiful brooches and gilded masks, approach us to let us know their daily tasting menu, they place an appetizer in front of us. Sea urchin mousse infused with white tea sourced from Kalita. Glistening caviar pearls litter the top of the mousse, a minuscule portion that could be polished off with 2 spoonfuls or less. Okay, so here's the thing about tastings, right? There's like 17 different rounds. So like by time you hit round 17, you full. You are that's a full meal. Like they might be a little taste and little bites, but by the time you hit that dessert, you be ready to pass out. You'll be ready to pass out. That's my hometown. What a coincidence. Your hometown is Kalita? Yes, I've lived there my entire life. What's it like? I think it's beautiful. We have a lot of art on display. Clear beaches and a lot of delicious seafood. And the old university has a good reputation. We have some renowned scholars teaching there. Huh. He sounds stiff, almost like he's reciting something from a pamphlet. Our second course arrives then, poached liver coated with a glossy sauce of some kind. The staff's explanation goes right over my head. I poke at the plate mindlessly with my perfectly polished fork. Then Francessco outright giggles. Then I look up to see what he's got him amused. He covers his mouth as if ashamed of his own reaction. Don't mind me. I'm so sorry. Why are you sorry? Is it rude to laugh at a fancy people restaurant? His smile tells me everything I need to know. I peek down at my fork and then hold it up to him. You started laughing when I picked this up. Is my fork funny to you? Did I pick up the wrong fork? His lips twist in an attempt to stifle further reaction. You're gonna have to explain this to me, puppy. It's not that funny. He clears his throat. You picked up the wrong fork for the course. I've never felt our difference in class as much as I do right now. No, that's not my intention. Too late. I will never recover from your mockery. While he blanches and begins to scramble for an excuse, I sit and watch him unfurl with quiet satisfaction. It really is giving Princess Diaries. You're a mess. You tease me too much. Oh. Now I feel okay. You're sweet. You're sweet. Fine, Francessco. Oh. Thank you, Sleepy. Nah, he's gonna get teased. You tease me too much. His voice drops to a whisper. It's not fair. After the liver comes, an assorted root vegetables. Some are seared, others are steamed. Francessco quickly finishes the portion of sweet potatoes, same Francessco, before starting on the others. You like those? Yes, they taste very nostalgic to me. He's gonna get fed. Open up. I lift my fork and slowly move it towards him. Are you sure? His lips part before I can even give him an answer. He said, I love sweet potatoes. Then he gingerly accepts the piece of sweet potato, chewing slowly to savor the last of the flavor. Looks tasty. It is. Maybe I just haven't tasted it properly. I make a show of putting the fork back in my mouth to taste the last hint of whatever was on it, as a sloppy sort of indirect kiss. Why are me and Francesco so freaked out? I have Francesco's attention now. He's flushed and very, very quiet. In the corner of my eye, I notice the skin over his knuckles straining with effort. The rush of being able to affect someone with such few actions is beginning to inflate my ego a little, and I can't deny the meal only tastes better after. At some point, I lose count of the amount of dishes being served at our table. See, you get tiny portions, but you get so much. But it is all delicious, despite the questionable origins. Thank you for inviting me here. It's been an experience. Of course. I really want to treat you. The amount he pays right now, out of pocket, is, once again, completely eye-boggling. I'm forced to rely on him, lest I lose all my life savings. We leave the locale satisfied and very full. What now? Oh, we can't do no more? Okay, that's fine. We did enough. We've done enough. With that, my day of personal indulgence comes to an end. My feet are sore, and there is an unmistakable heaviness in my head, but I'm satisfied. Aww. We walk close together, gently weaving through the thinning crowds. There is no rush in any of our movements, only a quiet appreciation for the walk we're on. Our patience is our own. Our pace is our own. Hello. I had a great time today, except when you got snippy with me. My heart squeezes in my chest, and there's a bittersweet, numbing ache left in its wake. I feel... What do I feel? Sad? Vulnerable? My mind doesn't allow me to finish exploring the thought. Thank you for joining me on my adventures. Your adventures are fun too, Sleepy. Thank you for allowing me to join you. I learned a lot about you today. That goes both ways. His blush in that moment is the most beautiful and radiant I have seen since meeting him. That makes me happy. I want to reach out and cup his cheek, feel the warmth of his skin, but something tells me I should leave it be for today. We shouldn't let your babysitters find us. Off you go. They're not... No. You're right. He pauses, sheepish. But I don't want to go. This whole not wanting to leave thing can't keep happening every time, puppy. Why not? Being silly. Well, I like your company. Don't cry for me, oh Francesco. Okay. We share one last smile for the day. Good night. He's so cute. It's not long until we've reunited the morning after, in spite of the increasing likelihood of us getting caught. I love this whole, they kind of have a Romeo and Juliet going on. Like a little bit of a Romeo and Juliet, and I really like that. I really enjoy it. Our pace is too relaxed for the situation we're in, but I care less today. We've been good at warming our way out of their grip so far. My subconscious tells me not to be rash, but my ego swells with confidence. So we stop by stalls, run our fingers over silky... Oh no, this feels like I got an ending. Okay. Run our fingers over silky clothes, thumb through catalogs for freshly cut gemstones. Take our time. We're searching together in companionable silence. I really like this. When our stomachs growl in anticipation for some form of lunch, Francesco stops me. There's a beautiful cafe we could eat at, if you like. I passed by it earlier, and the pastries on display looked incredible. Sounds great, lead the way. Yes. Sleepy. He smiles cutely, clumsily. Can I officially call this, a date? At this point, it would almost be weird if it weren't. Oh, he's bright red. I mean, I don't want to make any assumptions. Let's go then, on a date. Yes, let's. Just as Francesco is about to lead me back to the main road into the cafe, something stirs in my peripheral vision. Yep. Paranoia creeps in my veins, slow and icy. I think we need to run. They're onto us. Already? Shit. We bolt, and I realize very early in our sprint that I will not be able to keep this up for much longer. Need a hiding spot. But where? Don't do that. Don't do that. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Look, I'm looking at the ending guide because I'm like, which one did I get? Oh, we are on an ending. Okay, okay. Not the bodyguard awareness, Dad. I think I locked this into I think I locked this into a specific ending. Damn. Okay, okay. Yeah, I locked this into a specific ending. It's fine. This is great. This is great. My instinct forces my hand around Francesco's wrist to drag him into the nearest closed shop. The place feels skeezy and cramped, shelves packed so close together only a single person can walk through at a time. We reach the deepest part of the store very quickly. It dawns upon us that we've chosen an obvious dead end. I'm sorry, chat. Locked ourselves somewhere they could easily spot us. I really hope they haven't seen us. I can't shake the feeling that they have when their silhouettes walk past the shop. Slowly and methodically, I almost want to throw up. With bated breath, we let some time pass. Then, we notice that the store we're in is a sex shop. How did we get here? And the wares we've been seeing on the shelves are in fact not abstract sculptures and hardware supplies. What you want to get, Francesco? This one's pretty. He points to a glass dildo sculpted in smooth perfection. Oh yeah, but I prefer this one. The one next to it is made of polished wood, sporting more veiny details and a little more girth. We know what to do. Francesco balks. Aren't you afraid of the splinters? Oh, come on. You ain't getting splinters from this. Look at the... How hard is Francesco using them? How intense is he using them? Is the question. You wouldn't get splinters from this. Look how sanded down it is. I weigh the toy for myself and hand it over to him with a cheeky grin that I am thankful my mask is hiding. This thing's pretty big. Oh, yes. I guess it is.
Hey, what does that mean, Francesco? Does that mean he's swinging, or does that mean he's used to swinging? I'm stressed. Oh my god. Wow. It's not until we leave the shop a little while later that the stubborn beating in my chest subsides at last. Once we're both sufficiently recovered and out of harm's way, we're able to make our way to the cafe Francesco mentioned earlier. Franny, what did you do? Said cafe is overwhelmingly quiche and perfumed, but beyond the slightly too vivid colors and excessive amounts of flower bouquets, I notice a small section of pastries that do look mouth-watering. Even the gentleman, Fran holds the chair out for me. You don't actually have to do this, but I want to. I decide that I'm fine with that and settle comfortably in with a menu in my hand. Sleepy, will you let me treat you today? Don't you always? Hold on, wait. I want, I'm kind of digging rich boyfriend aesthetic. Kier would have been like, no, I'm not paying for you. And then he bought it anyway. Sirius probably would have bought it. Sirius, brother has some explaining to do. Because what do you mean it seems pretty, like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, maybe. What do you mean, maybe? That thing was the size of a Coke can and a baseball bat. Are you okay? Is this why you have so much confidence? Someday, you're going to have to let me treat you back, Francesco pauses. Well, I think you already have. You have not allowed me to spend a single Genti on you. But it isn't about the money. It's about kindness, of which you have afforded me plenty. Well, if that's how you look at it, you won't hear me complaining. Yes, rich boyfriend aesthetic. Yes, so please order whatever you wish. He was about to start crying because we were about to not let him order our croissant. Our orders come in quickly, warm breads filled with smoked meats and fresh herbs, and then flaky croissants for dessert. I'm barely into my first bite when Francesco shifts. Do you remember me mentioning silver dust? Yeah, I remember. Going to assume that's what you want to try today? Yeah, I think so. I've been meaning to try hallucinogenic at least once. Teasing him is second nature at this point. The lights and smoke the other day weren't enough for you, huh? Well, the effects of that were a little different. I want something that will make me see beautiful things, not make me impossibly horny. Sleepy. He laughs with me this time, his face thoroughly flushed. He becomes more resistant to the teasing. Either way, you're gonna have to find a dealer yourself. I'm not sure where to find the good stuff. Oh, neither did I. I figured there would be a lot of it here. Sure, but you don't know what you're mixing in with the silver dust. Could be dangerous for you. Yes, I suppose so. There's an uncomfortable pause in the air, but I can't quite read it. We change subjects quickly. Do you think the disguise has helped so far? There's a chance I might have outlived its purpose now. They've already seen us again, so maybe it helps a bit with camouflage, but probably not much else. Then I would have an option Then I wonder what option that leaves us with. Confronting them? How will we come now? Oh no. Oh no. It's my king. It's my king. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Y'all already know it's Big Daddy. Romantic, ex-romantic, ex-romantic. Put us all in the same room. Okay. Come now. Up-and-coming masters of disguise shouldn't be so quick to give up. Now should they? Someone's voices echoes boldly behind me, and I turn to face a man I've never met before. It's Big Daddy! Everything about him screams eccentricity, flamboyantly dressed with the sole purpose of being noticed. Unusual for someone who isn't a noble. Apologies for surprising you, but I couldn't help but be drawn to your conversation. Suspicion floods my senses. Behind me, Francesco is quiet. What do you want? I just happen to be well versed in the art of disguise myself. If your goal is to disappear from view, I have a few contacts that can make that happen. And you just saddle up with a bunch of strangers to offer your service out of the goodwill of your heart. Well, I'm glad you see my intentions are noble. I love Oleander. He completely ignores my sarcasm. I love him. This has got to be a croak. I mean, yes and no. I turn to Francesco, searching his expression. I'm about to suggest leaving the cafe, but he strikes up a conversation instead. Excuse me, why are you offering your services? Are you looking for financial compensation? That is the way of most merchants. I'd hardly call myself special in this regard. If I see an opportunity, I'll take it. But I failed to introduce myself. My name is Oleander. Not Oleander. Oleander. It would be a pleasure to do business with you. He reaches out for a handshake, one that I accept very hesitantly. Oleander. The Oleander? Francesco's face lights up. Oh God. I thought you were familiar. I suppose I could be. I can't get over Oleander's face card. I'm so mad that he's the only one that we got to see. We were supposed to see Sirius, technically. Technically, we were supposed to see Sirius's. He gestures for he gestures for an extra chair to slide up to our table, making himself comfortable. In the moment, Francesco's nodded. Sleepy, Oleander is the host of the party that we met at the other day. He's a very well-known merchant down here. Is he now? I make no effort to hide my skepticism. So, Mr. Oleander, you must be the perfect person to talk to. Oh. And what is it you'd like to ask? I'd like to purchase some silver dust. Would you know? Oh, we do know a reputable person to get it from. Would you happen to know a reputable source? Well, that's quite a departure from the previous conversation. Something in his tone suggests he's smiling underneath that mask. As a matter of fact, I would know one. Several, even. That must be what attracted him to us. Mr. Leander, would you be so kind as to lead us to them? I could, of course, but you'll have to afford me one question. Just a matter of sating my curiosity. Yes. What would you like to know? New pose. Is this a new pose? I feel like we've seen him from the back. Or maybe that was just in my dreams. You don't strike me as regular users. Nothing like typical clientele who comes waltzing in for a bit of stardust. Huh. Is he testing us? It is my first trip in the underground, and my first time trying something like this. I'm eager to give it a try. Of course, it sounds like fun, doesn't it? But you may want to start with something a little milder, lest you end up in a gutter like the rest of them.
I can't get a read on him. You never can. He lowers his voice. May I suggest honeyhead tablets instead? They're better suited to someone who just wants to try. Well, what's the difference? Honeyhead is a mild hallucinogenic. Think lights and colors, strains of music from your memory. It's a substance of good dreams. Silver dust is potent. In fact, I could go as far as to say there are a few things better. But she's a demanding mistress even for the first encounter, and liable to get her hooks into you. Oh no. Your life is yours, but do try and avoid letting those I work with dive into danger when they don't know any better. Makes for a more suitable clientele. That's the most serious he's sounded up until now, though that's not saying much. I'd also appreciate it if you didn't take something that will send you to a gutter. Just for the record. Okay. I understand. He is so excited about silver dust. The one with the hand on the face. Wait. Hold on, wait. Did I miss that? I feel like this was a normal one. I feel like we've seen this one. Or did you mean this one? Serious. Oleander reminds me of somebody who does but like seriously, like not just for the games. The atmosphere deflates a little as he shakes on the little detail. As they shake on the little oh my god. The atmosphere deflates a little as they shake on their little deal. We're expecting to wait for an imitatory, someone named Vigil, to drop off the goods for us. He's dangerous. When he leaves our sight, my relief is instantaneous, but I decide to not voice it for now. My king! The package arrives quickly, and we don't linger. We gonna do it in the alleyway? With Honeyhead in our position, our next step leads us back to the stalls. We have some essentials to purchase. I want to make sure the trip is as uninterrupted. I want to make sure the trip is as uninterrupted and smooth as possible. We're taking a big enough risk as it is. I keep my eyes peeled for anything remotely useful. Puppy, I found something. The vendors I lead us to are surprisingly basic. They're in charge of all the groceries, and yeah, you want to make sure you got snacks. You want to make sure you have a lot of water and liquid, and then you want to make sure that you have extra clothes and or something to cool you down, just in case. Be safe, kids. Alright, y'all. I think I can do the next little bit, but we've been recording for 4 hours now. And my voice is trying to leave me. The vendor I lead us to blah 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 underground. Okay. The first one sells the ladder, the perfect starting point for small comforts. This looks cozy. What should we buy? Blanket insulated bottle. Why the fuck would we buy an insulated bottle? I don't want the cozy blanket. A little quilt with minimalist embroidery catches my eye. We should focus on being as comfortable as we can, right? What is the insulated bottle for? Now I'm confused. This is a terrible idea. Okay. I agree. This one is so soft. He scrunches the fabric in his hand and tests its thickness. Let's take it. We follow the flow of the crowd towards the grocer, who heavily advises us on his discounted coffee. Should we buy anything from the second stall? You know what? Caffeine. I think caffeine does counteract. We'll buy the caffeine. Sleepy. Why would you put this in? We don't need mugs. We don't have mugs or a bottle. Doesn't matter. I'll go borrow one from the inn. Do you really like coffee that much? Maybe. After finishing our little trip past the stalls and the Leaping Bear to acquire a mug, there's no putting it off. You still have those tablets? I do. We just need to find a cozy place to experience the trip. Do you have any ideas, Sleepy? Behind the church. Behind the church? I'm gonna go to the bridge. Is it the bridge where we always go? I don't know. Maybe I'm just the sentimental old folk, but I've become fond of the bridge. His face lightens up. You're not so fool. It's our special place, isn't it? It absolutely is. He's so cute. As we approach, the lanterns illuminate the inky black water with the ruby red glow. The bridge is blissfully quiet as always. I exhale in relief. We'll be comfortable here. Now huddled next to each other, Francesco pulls out the little package from his left pocket. What if they're just honey? He actually just gave us honey. He just gave us honey. It's fine. I'm looking at the guide. Okay. The pills nestled within are surprisingly small, but I don't doubt their effectiveness. There's a cat in my closet. He holds the tablets up to his lips, smiling nervously. I didn't think I would feel this anxious. No, Oleander wouldn't do us dirty. He would. I can't see Mr. Leander doing us dirty. Maybe I'm just that excited. I'd say that's pretty normal. You've never taken any drug in your life, have you? Not until now. During the lull of our conversation, I realize he's not handing me the other pills we purchased. Okay, down the hatch. One of us should probably be sober. I'm gonna let him have his trip. I don't know how my body will react to Honeyhead. The more I think about it, the less I want to be hallucinating at all right now. I've got enough shit to worry about. When I peek over at Francesco, a tinge of worry flutters in the pit of my stomach. Oleander reassured us that oh my god. Oleander reassured us that these wouldn't be too bad. I think I'm ready. Yeah, get comfortable. A few minutes later, the atmosphere feels a little lighter. Our previous conversation already feels far away. He swallows the tiny pill with ease, without even washing it down with water. Now, all that's left to do is wait. Is it not going to be weird for you? Going on a wild sensory trip while the person next to you isn't? No, that's all. It just means you're my trip sitter. Trip sitter. Yeah, another sitter to add to the pile. Sleepy. He outright scolds me this time, but not without a quirk of his lips. You're smiling. Are you doing alright? Yes, I am. Why wouldn't we do this at the bear? Why wouldn't we do this within walls? His speech has loosened a little already. Thank you. He leans back, and with that, we wait for the effect of the honey head to start kicking in. I pull the blanket around the both of us when the first chill courses through me. Oh, this is amazing. Francesco, you're the last person who needs to do drugs. You're the last person who needs to do drugs. Isn't it? We are so snug and close and comfortable, and suddenly nothing else matters. Just tell me if you need more. Francesco nods, taking the opportunity to lean a little closer. I make no move to stop him. It doesn't take long for Francesco to start spotting shapes etched into the cavern walls. He described them as funny little beings that move when you least expect them to. The colors are so beautiful. Really? He weighs heavier against me, relaxing more into every breath he takes. And so it begins. As soon as I finish infusing the hot water with the coffee grounds, it's a strong, rich, and roasted aroma wafts around us. It smells delicious. This could catch the attention of others. Hey, Sleepy. What else do you think is out there? Not sure by what you mean by out there. He pauses, then gestures softly into the air. Everywhere. The places we have not been to. The people we have not met yet. The sights we have yet to see. His hand falls to his side, feather light and delicate. We're all the same, right, Sleepy? We come here because we are doing what we can. In a sense, yeah. I get the feeling that our conversation is going to devolve by the second. What do you think? I think that I'm very lucky to have found you. Of all the people it could have been, it was you who sat next to me. I will always be grateful for that fact. The stars aligned beautifully, and even now, they are so pretty. Shimmering. Look, Sleepy. For some reason, this confession leaves me a little emotional. There's no stars up there. It's just the ceiling. Don't be silly. The stars are right there, he insists. When I settle back to look up at the rocky ceiling, I still see no stars, not even many glowworms. Only a barrier that cuts us off from the rest of the world, rigid and suffocating. Where I see a prison, he sees freedom. A few minutes pass in complete silence as he traces shapes into the air. Following the pattern of the cracks in the ceiling. I trust you, Sleepy. Rev, what do you mean? I trust you so much. Why? Because it's you. Rev, you scared me. Wait, I got scared. Did I do something wrong? Did I do a bad ending? Am I at a bad end? No, I'm scared. Wait. Okay, I'm grown. I'm a grown woman. And I'm fine. Everything is fine. There's out the window. Okay. Still doesn't explain it. It's fine if you don't understand. He leans against me and his breath settles into a slow, steady rhythm. I gently wrap him in my arms. Thank you. Something in the air feels heavier suddenly. He hesitates a touch. I move my hand over to cover his. Sleepy, you told me your Enos will lead you to your death. You placed a lot of faith in me, and I want to show you just how much I trust you. So, I'm happy to tell you more now. I swear to God, y'all. Amidst the emotions swirling through us, thick and suffocating, I noticed the slightest hint of color tinge his cheeks. I give his hand a measured squeeze. This is really important to him. Finally, he smiles. I can relate to your fate, Sleepy, because in exactly 13 days from now, I am scheduled to be offered up as a sacrifice for the solar god. Oh. The revelation knocks the wind out of me. It was so obvious in hindsight. Nonetheless, I struggle to find an answer. Don't worry, Sleepy. No, you don't have to worry. Not even a little. His selflessness almost feels like a punch to the face. I'll help you find the lunar coal, and I will purchase it for you. Mark my words. You can't afford that. With all my savings, I can. I'm going to crash out. I'm gonna crash. Okay, it's fine. His sudden calm is staggering. It's almost as though he only just accepted his fate. And I'm watching his shackles tighten without resistance on his part. My chest hurts. Isn't this what I wanted? But I feel so helpless, so utterly disgusted with myself. Why does this need to come at the cost of someone's life? I don't even know what to say. I don't. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I'm okay. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Just like that. Yes. He doesn't budge, no matter how I prod. Why? Why in the world would you offer yourself up? Because it'll ensure my family is safe. It is a tradition celebrated every 10 years. I will have protected their values in mine. They will always be cherished and taken care of. Even in old age, our God will favor us. Oh no, the prayer. Our church has an important teaching about sacrifice and its necessity. I can't even read. It's necessity to maintain order in our world. This isn't very important to me, Sleepy. I don't want to know the how. Uh-huh. I realized my initial question came out a little too blunt. Oh, you don't need to answer that. But I want to know how they're going to sacrifice you. His shoulders slumped. Well, I don't know. The process isn't shown to the public. And you're fine with that. Oh, yes. He says it as though it were an afterthought. That's terrible. It's worse than terrible, actually. You're young, ambitious, and you have your whole life ahead of you. I don't understand how a civilization can sustain itself that way. Not the cult baby. Oh, we got a cult leader and we got a cult baby. Help. No. You don't understand, Sleepy. It's because of my value that this makes sense. They're sacrificing you because you're a high value person? Yes, that's the way it works. A churning, cold feeling settles deep into my gut. Here I am, fighting to stay alive with everything I have. And here is someone who is completely fine with dying willingly. This is baffling. I have no words. I'm sorry I kept it from you. But you have to understand that I wasn't ready to share that with you, Sleepy. As he says this, he leans further into me. His cheek feels warm against my shoulder. Yeah, I do. We sit quietly, in a silence so deafening my ears start ringing with the echo of the tinnitus. The feeling of the powerlessness returns right now. The guilt, sharp and suffocating, twists and churns inside me. It's so heavy. Here comes the tears. I don't need this. But it was his choice to die all along. It's not my weight to carry. My grip tightens on my arm. I don't want him to die. Hey. I stand up, eager to think of something else. Let's walk. We need to keep moving. Yes, you're right, we should. The air is still heavy with the weight of his confession. What will I do now? The scenery around us changes with every turn we take. There is no rhythm or reason to the path we pick, only a vague restlessness that we try to shake off. When two silhouettes stand in our way. Wait. I know then that said restlessness was justified. It's really about time we stop this. You are so goddamn stubborn. Well, thank you for the compliment. We do take pride in our work, young master. They close in on us. Please, I can't go back yet. Can we not make a compromise? Oh no, because he's been here for 2 weeks. No. I'm afraid our goodwill is all used up. You should have thought about compromises earlier on, young master. You have to understand, we're trying to do our job. You've been straying from your job descriptions. All you are supposed to do is keep me safe until my return to the surface. So eloping with a total stranger isn't dangerous. Mateo, I make my decisions. The guard stills. Clearly, using what I assume to be his real name was a low blow. We've done it now. Then he takes another step. We're bringing you home. Now. Francessco tries to make a run for it, but the first guard clearly catches him, while all I can do is watch, feet rooted to the ground. In that moment, I swallow thickly. We can't keep running.
God, I feel like if I stay calm, they're gonna take him. Breathe. Breathe. It's hard to, actually. My hands are shaking with adrenaline. I so badly want to do something as the guard grabs Francesco with increasing force. When they see he refuses to move, don't stop breathing. Y'all, impulse sleepy. I can take you on. Sleepy, he's only one chance at life. For all I know, if he leaves now, he won't be able to get me the ichor. If I need to fight for that, then I will. I raise my fist, oh god, throwing it all, hold on, wait, before I do anything. Really quick. Okay. I raise my fist, throwing all caution to the wind. Its pure adrenaline all fuels my steps forward, daring the two professionally trained guards to take a first swing. You can't be serious. No, it looks like she is. Splendid. I've been longing for some reason to fight you, Sleepy. What? Likewise, Mateo. Likewise. Hey, I might be 5'2½", but I will bust your kneecaps, sir. My eyes are trained on the talkative guard before me. He's riled up, but no less focused and on control. Well, it was good knowing you guys. He takes the first step, unsheathing his saber with a dramatic pull, then swings the blade in an arc toward me. Clumsily, I dodge. I can't help the gasp that escapes me, suddenly intensely aware of how little he cares for my life. He'd take me clean out if he had to. I have to fight like I mean it. Swing back. I curl my hand into a fist and aim towards his temple. He dodges too. Subtle panic fuels my next hit, but she also steps aside. I don't know enough to hit him. I'll focus on observing him. Dodging becomes easier for a split second, then tougher when I realize that Mateo is quickly learning about how I move too. I'm getting nowhere fast. I'm lucky the other guard isn't getting involved yet, but how long will I be able to count on that? Francesco has him distracted, but a hit to the back of the head could change that fast. Crap, he's coming again. Aim for his legs? I look down, aiming to kick him straight in the shins. Once stunned, it'd be easier for me to sweep him off his feet. When the saber slices in the air a few hairs away from my mask, I inhale sharply. I nearly stumble as I dodge his second slice. It's impossible to get through. Your form is 4, Sleepy. Shut up, shut your pie hole, Mateo. Nobody asked. Insolent little brat. The next swing is more erratic, more powerful. If it makes contact with me, I'm finished. Mateo easily has me on the defense. I can do nothing against an actual weapon with only my fist. Not in the current situation. But not the vision of Francesco. I have to try. Sleepy. His cry pierces the near silence of the marketplace. I make the mistake of looking his way. We knew this was coming, it's okay. Fire erupts over my chest in a long line. Warmth bursts, coming forth in a dramatic splash, coating the front of my now rags and cobblestone floor. Francesco screams louder than I had ever heard. I suddenly feel colder. With a stagger, I crumple to my knees and then curl over myself, limbs numbing. Poison. There's poison on the blade. I never stood a chance. Good riddance. The guard turns his back to me after wiping off and sheathing his saber. Before I succumb, I think that, at the very least, I did my best. Everything goes dark. Bad ending. You bit off more than you could chew. Bye, Rev. We're gonna go through the other part really quick, and then we're gonna finish up. I don't want to watch them drag him away. Okay. Maybe if I did something else, you know. Maybe if I'ma dodge, right? I'ma dodge. Look for a weapon. I fumble through my things clumsily. I look for anything at this point, even a sharpened pencil. A pencil would be incredible, actually. That'll leave me vulnerable for another blow, and this time the saber cuts through the upper layer of my cloak. My heart is in my throat. He almost had me, and I have nothing. Is it the same? Dang, I just couldn't win at all. Okay. You know, I could have hopes and dreams. So I can't save my baby at all. Okay. So we're gonna stay calm this time, guys. Breathe. Breathe. It's hard to, actually. My hands are shaking with adrenaline. I so badly want to do something as the guard grabs Francessco with increasing force. When they see he refuses to move. Don't stop breathing. If I provoke him, if I provoked them, they won't hesitate to remove me for good. Sleepy! His scream is blood-curdling. When he sees my lack of movement, even as they begin to drag him away, I know he feels utterly betrayed. I can't say anything. Please don't leave me. My heart retches in its cavity, beating with relentless fury. I watch their silhouettes slowly turn away, then head in the direction of the cave leading to the gates. His scream resonates harshly against the cavern walls, piercing my eardrums. I need to... I'ma follow. There's never an alternative here. I realize as my footsteps carry me the same direction they disappeared in. I can't do this without him. I'm not sure what that means right now, but I make sure to ditch any other unnecessary thoughts in favor of maintaining a reasonable, stealthy distance from them. Nothing else matters. I feel the way a hunter might, stalking with palatable intent, deathly quiet, perfectly focused. They'll never take him away from me. My blood simmers quietly. I'll follow him to the end of the fucking world. As I think that, I finally push past the gates. Clear air fills my lungs. I feel the sun spill onto my skin. That's the good end? I am only mildly upset. I'm only mildly upset. Mildly. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. My feelings are hurt. Because we go back to the surface. Like, what? 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 I hope the next ending is another D,
because we have the descent, the depths. I hope we have another D. Woo. Okay, so hello. You know, you guys, we could quickly get this done. Right. It'll be fine. I am like flabbergasted. I am appalled. No, I need to go. Okay, yes, because we were on a date. Okay. Let's do that's enough for today. Oh my god, okay, Francessco. Look, I'm trying to look for the fastest. I'll go to the host bar. Decline the request. Delicacies. He is a mess. And then we go to the library. Seducing the average rich man. I think I might have done this wrong. Hold on. Okay, confront them. My heart is not in it. Why are we running instead of reasoning with these people? All these are gonna be sad. I'm so sad. Okay. There is to be some way to get through to them. I slow my pace and allow the first bodyguard's hand to grip my upper arm. Hello, Sleepy. Oh, wrong guy. What are you? I see you failed to understand or obey our warning from last time. It sure didn't take you long. I want to see my friend, that's all. You've done nothing to be ashamed of. Lies. You're a perpetual thorn in our side. As long as you're here, the young master will never be able to focus. Francesco, standing uneasily by my side, slowly slinks over to theirs. A cold feeling settles in my gut. Please stop. It's okay now. I'll go. Bobby! The guard recoils at my nickname for him. Vulgar. Yes, I have never been more certain that we are doing the right thing, I must say. Everything we've been trying to build is slipping between my fingers. I am filled with dread. We can make an arrangement. He doesn't need to leave. No, Sleepy. I was greedy. I am already so lucky to have met you and to have shared some great memories together. We've got more memories to make. He goes completely quiet.
and without further comment, he follows their march back up to the marketplace entrance. I feel perfectly numb. He made his choice, and I never told him that I needed him here. All I can do is stifle these regrets and find someone new. Bad end. You'll never see him again. Dang. 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 Okay. So that's 38. I'm scared to do the... Okay. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna go with the daring option. For anybody squeamish, you are putting hooks in your body and being suspended from the ceiling. If that's not your cup of tea, don't watch it. Actually, I'd like to go for this one. I point to the one where they hang upside down from their skin on their knees and watch his mouth go into an O shape. Really? I'm surprised, Sleepy. It looks extreme. Yeah, well, I've tried something tamer before. Might as well take the adventurer's choice now. Let's try it then. I'm scared. His excitement is infectious, and any of my previous reservations lie forgotten. Very good. Our moment is interrupted when the pierced woman rises to her feet. I need to see your knees. We will see if this is doable. Len, the hooks. Wordlessly, Len leaves us to be examined by the two others. I realize I have to lift my cloak and shed some of my clothes, awkwardly maneuvering myself while she watches patiently. Then she kneels down in front of me, gloved fingers ghosting over my knees before pulling and probing at my skin, testing its elasticity. She's a little quiet first, with a terse sound escapes her. Why have I been on my knees like I've been with Cyrus? You might want to reconsider. Your skin here seems a little too thin. It's doable, but there is a heightened risk of injury. Screw it. It's fine. I imagine I won't hang very long, so please go ahead. Are you sure? Completely. Then so be it. Please have a seat. Kill. The part of the process goes fast. Alcohol Hold on. My husband's home. Y'all, I got yelled at. I got scolded. Okay. The next part of the process goes fast. Alcohol-soaked cotton sweeps across my knees. Measurements are taken. Lynn comes back with the famous hooks. The sight of them makes me a little queasy. It is gonna hurt. Alright. Come on, big boy. Lennon, we'll get you in position. Soon, they lead us to the pulleys. I'm so scared. Okay. It's always the pulleys that I'm like, Soon, they lead us to the pulleys, where they instruct us to lay down and get comfortable. We're lying next to each other, waiting with bated breath for the moment the pulley begins tugging at our fresh piercings. He's the only thing I can focus on in this eerie limbo. Tunnel visioning on his every movement, every heave of his chest. My own breath comes a little harder. Are you ready? Mylene observes me patiently, allowing me one final chance to bow out, but I have no intention of doing so and nod. I'm ready. It's the first time I see her smile, and she gives Len the signal. The ropes, my knee, look, I feel my knees. I feel my knees. The rope shifts and then pull into a taut line, and then the pulling continues. My body follows the movement naturally, hips pulling forward. The fear bites into me hard. Francesco does the same, and I realize we are both anxious about letting go, about having such small sets of hooks support our entire bodies. But he does let go, and suddenly, he's hanging loosely above the ground. He gasps and tense, but I have no time to process what is happening to me as the hook pulls harder and harder, and when Maylene gives me one more nod, all I can do is nod back. The burning pain spreads through my knees, and suddenly, I'm flying. It hurts so much. The first thing I notice with gritted teeth, I'm upside down, hanging. Oh no, and we're upside down? Oh God. I can still touch the floor with my hands, but the distance increases a little bit every second until I'm completely at the mercy of the pulleys and the hooks. My head. Blood rushes into me, a headache instantly carving its way into my skull. I cast a glance over at Francesco to distract myself, hoping that the sensation will leave me soon. But he seems to be adjusting already, almost meditating into it. The pounding in my temples persists. Pressure builds up behind my eyes. Why is this? Why is it? Shot courses through me. Ooh, I know how this is gonna end. Okay. My body jolts as though hit by lightning. Are you there? Are you alive? Shut up. When will you come down? What did I say? When will we come down? Stop it. Stop. Something in my mind crunches. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Pressure builds. Are we even alive? Is it worth it? A whimper escapes me. But nobody hears me. Nobody listens. We are not real. Not alive. We will end it at least. What did it say? Will you end it at least? I thrash amidst the ropes. My hands find my knees, and the hooks lodge into my skin, and pull. I pull the hook, and part of my flesh with it. Gravity shifts. Something hurts, but not really. My ears barely register the shouts. My legs get mangled, and I pull at the other knee. Yes. With force, the other hook comes out. I barely fall. Hands are on me, gripping, pinning. Let go, let go, let go, let go, let go. My strength is not my own. I barely see. I barely feel. Mask is in the way. It comes off without further question. They are prying something away from my hands. but I will not give it to them. The hook needles glance beautifully at me. Closer. Of course. I will my head to move. And then, with a sickening squelch, I see the hook closer than I had ever, and suddenly the world is no more. Bad end. You took matters into your own hands. Mm. Mm-mm. 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 That one is, oof. Oh, no. No. Didn't like that one. Okay. I think we have one more. Behind the church. We have two more. Oh no, we have three more. Hold on. Just kidding. Hold on. These ones should be quick though. So let's go back to oops. Let's go back to this one. We're gonna do the stay calm, and then we're going to give up. I need to stop this charade. A crushing sensation presses into my chest, the weight of my decision almost suffocating. I can't keep this up. There has to be another answer out there, one that doesn't involve a dying man. The least I can do is respect his traditions and not extort any money out of him. I close my eyes and I continue my breathing from earlier. This time, because I'm trying not to cry. The tears come regardless, warm and salty and silent, in contrast to the last remaining echoes of Francesco's voice in the distance. I'll never hear that voice again. And somewhere deep inside, guilt festers. Am I letting him die? Could I stop this despite his wishes? My thoughts follow me on my long trek back to the Leaping Bear, chattering ceaselessly. By the end of my walk, I want to collapse. And I do. I'm exhausted. I don't want this anymore. My eyelids flutter shut behind the mask I haven't bothered to cast aside, despite my discomfort. And I take a slow, shaky breath. It doesn't need to be so hard anymore. I give up. Bad end. You give up. Why did that hurt worse than the real ending? Oh my god. I didn't like that. Okay. Let's see. We got awareness. So wait. Okay. Ooh, wait, what? Wait, what? Okay, so this ending you'll get if you avoid all the other bad endings in the chapter. There is no minimum affection threshold for this ending, but there is a minor text change throughout the chapter depending on his affection and submission level. There are the choices that change at the point marked only available if reached chapter 5 ending. Okay. Let's really quickly do the behind the church scene, because I know that was an ending when Mr. Francesco gets high as a kite. Take our time. Is it? Oh no, I went too far. Hold on.
Oh wait, I forgot I got quick saves. Do I got any good ones? No, I don't. God damn it. Okay. Let's do. I just saved over it. Oh no. Okay. Okay, this is fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I wonder how far they'll let me scroll back. Francesco, I don't want to ever. Oh crap! That's as far as they'll let me go. Okay. Francesco, I don't want to ever talk about that ever again. My heart was broken. What's this one? We did both of these. We did the auction. Then we got our hair done. Okay. I'm gonna save here. Right? We're gonna save here. I think we can save here. This should be fine. What did you say? Yeah, we're doing all the endings. Yeah, we committed self-delete. We self-deleted twice. We were so frustrated we self-deleted twice. Our date. Oh crap! Hold on. I think we just went to the shop. I still can't get over him being just chaotic and horny. That was hilarious. Okay, so we're gonna go behind the church. We could try the lunar church. I think the backside has a quiet spot. Maybe we could go there. Being surrounded by beautiful architecture during the trip sounds lovely. Let's try it. This boy. As we approach, the church stands above us imposingly, with quiet dignity. There's nobody loitering on the other side. We easily settle down against the back wall, out of sight. Now, huddled next to each other, Francesco pulls the little package from his left pocket. Going to get high at the church. The pills nestled within us surprisingly small, but I don't doubt their efficiency. Oh wait, we know this part. You know what? Is there a route where we take it? I don't know. You can go on your solo trip, babe. I got you. Francesco nods, taking the opportunity to lean a little closer. I make no move to stop him. I suddenly catch movement in my peripheral vision, so slightly I would have missed it if we weren't alone. But sure enough, a shadow slinks away before I can make out any specifics. Was someone watching us? Okay. Did they snitch? They snitched. He leans against me, and when his breath settles into a slow, steady rhythm, I gently wrap him in my arms. Thank you. Out of nowhere, far too quickly for anyone to react, two shadows fell over us. Hello, Sleepy. Hello, Francesco. Run out of steam, have we? What a terrible hiding spot. I'm expecting to feel the familiar sense of dread curdling in the pit of my stomach. But it's not alone. This time, I'm distinctly annoyed. So
So stubborn. Their figures loom above us, cornering us against the alley wall. Sleepy. You'll have to excuse us if we to cut this conversation short. The young master needs to leave. Indeed. Please come quietly. Fuck off. I feel Francesco's hand gently reach for my shoulder. He's shaking, uncertain. He's high as hell. I'm so dizzy. What have you done to him? I didn't do nothing. He's the one. Young master, please come with us. You need urgent medical attention. It's hard to stop the panic from overwhelming me. He's fine. It's just a little honeyhead. He'll be okay. Well, Sleepy, we might be unfamiliar with honeyhead, but we can make an educated guess as to what it is. This is my final warning. Hand him over or we'll resort to brute force. There's no warning when one of the guards lunges towards me and knocks an elbow straight into my chest. Ooh, Jesus, calm down. Oh my god, what is his name? Mateo, this enemies to lovers you're trying to have with me, calm down. I'm a spoken for woman 4 times over. Chill out. Yeah, there's 4 of them. All the air leaves me as I crumple to the ground, wheezing. Black shapes color my vision. They were never going to give me any time to prepare, it seems. The second guard kicks my mask hard. A cracking echoes in my ears as pain blooms in my nose. Jesus. I curl on myself, barely covering my weak spots. It doesn't take long for another kick to land in my arm, then my gut. Blow after blow. He breaks me down. My resistance leaves me at some point, while I watch the other guard take Francesco away. The second one follows not too long after that. It's hard to tell where they're going. My ears are ringing. With shaky hands, I lift my mask to spit the tooth that came loose onto the pavement. Copper fills my mouth. I can still hear his voice. Francesco. My death is not certain. They left me within an inch of my life. They could have just offed me. I don't have the strength to get up off the pavement myself. Instead, I must wait for a passerby to take pity on me. The sound of footsteps halts beside me. What a terrible mess you have gotten yourself into. Who was that? Let's get you inside. Who knows? Maybe there's still a chance. Maybe I'll live. The thought echoes hollowly in my mind. That end. The priest got you instead. That's what I'm calling that end. I'm calling that end. The priest came instead. Okay. Let's see. Did we get them all? Wait, no, those are the achievements. Endings. Fanny. Okay, so we're missing 41. 41. Jesus. Oh, we got ending 44? Okay. What's 41? Okay. I can't believe we got like everybody's endings. I'm still like thoroughly. I switched to ooh, that candle scared me. I was like, what is that? What is that? Did we get all the CGs? What is this? What are these ones? Previous page. You know what? I probably missed some because we were skipping around. All right. Let's go get this ending because it's almost 1 a.m. Lord. Let's start here. Okay. Skip. It is a date because I said so. Ooh, hold on. Wait. I didn't go far enough. Okay, skip. That's enough for today. It is skip. Did I miss something? I feel like I missed one. Okay. Alright, I'll just work here. On a date. Dip into the nearby shop. Okay, okay. And possibly horny. Take the... Oh, wait. Multiple points during the chapter to gain awareness. If the awareness reaches 3 points or higher, the ending will be triggered during a check. Okay. They didn't even give me the option to not waste time. So that's weird. Hold on. We're gonna go. Oh no, I've gotten to an I couldn't care less. Because I need 3. And I need that point specifically. I need that point specifically to the don't waste time. So I have to go. Oh no, I saved there. Wow, I'm such a genius. Don't waste time. Francesco and I exchange a glance, and despite our horrible feeling I feel, I muster the last bit of my strength to put some more speed into my step. We need to adjust each other's pace, and we stumble awkwardly. We both know we can't stop. I recognize the huff in their voice, a shot of adrenaline straight into my mind. Come on. We press forward, closer to the wall in an attempt to hide us from view. I so badly want to pass out. My sight is dotted with strange shapes as my ears are whistling now. My body must have started to collapse again as Francesco gasped and repeats my name several times. I don't know how, but he manages to drag me along. There's a chance they've seen us. Hopefully, they lost us. Okay. There we go. Tease him. As is my right, and as is my ritual. Oh, absolutely not. This game is so extensive. Okay, we did it. Dive into the nearby shop. And then we need to get the coffee. Okay. Alright, and then we go to the bridge. Alright. I'm not gonna... Oh, wait, if I share, do we get an ending? Okay, hold on. I held out my hand expectantly, only for him to frown lightly. Francesco! I was thinking about this earlier, but... His features unexpectedly hardened until he's facing me with a confidence I've never seen him exude. No, Sleepy. I've seen fractum anima completely overpower you. You shouldn't be taking any mind-altering substances. For a second, I'm lost. I'm at a loss for words. I'm sorry. What? Come on, Freddy. Do you think you're in any position to tell me what I can and can't do? I realize the severity of my words when his expression stiffens, but in the display still totally unlike him, he stands firm, voice unwavering. I am, actually. My bad, I forgot he was British, y'all. Or Australian, I don't know, I just work here. I won't let you meet an early end if I can help it. This is not my first time being on the receiving end of Francesco's stubbornness, but it resonates differently today. He is utterly determined. Holy shit. I won't be able to convince him this time. Boo. Oh no. Crap. This could catch the attention of others. Alright, that's quite enough of that. Ah! No! One of Francesco's bodyguards comes around to grasp him. I don't know where he has popped up from, but he's alone. Let him go. My voice comes out venomous. Perhaps it is you who should let him go, Sleepy. Matteo. Something's not right. My body and muscles are wound tight, ready to take this man down once and for all. Where is the other one? By the time I realize I should force my body to turn around, something hard hits the back of my neck, and then I'm out like a light. When I come to, I'm alone. And it's as though Francesco had never been there at all. Only the subtle warm smell of patchouli hanging into the fabric of my cloak. Chapter 2. Bad End. Friend was taken from you. Wow, how rude. Alright. So let's look. Let's see. Endings. Francesco. Did we get them all? 38, 39, 40. Yeah, we got them all. Okay, there are some things I do want to kind of look at. I want to kind of see. What was it? I wanted to... Where's... Okay, yeah, it's after the auction. I wanted to see what the other dates would look like. What happens if we don't say anything? Fine. It's as if he wants... If that's what he wants, I can't stop him. It wouldn't be right to. It doesn't stop my gut from nervously churning. What if he wins? The bidding continues. The auctioneer's voice grows louder and more intense by the moment. The rhythm of the exchange gets faster. She's trying to get them caught up in the bidding so they don't think about their limits. Give them enough time to respond, to not think. That would be how an auction in the marketplace would go. I clench my hands in my lap and let the sound of the auction wash through me. I'm not going to try and stop Francesco. That door is firmly closed. And then finally, the auctioneer calls. Not bidder number 4 for 420 rum. Francesco slumps into his seat a little, paddle dangling from his hand. There are things I could say right now, but the logistics of buying a work contract from the underground where he doubtless already had all the employees he needs back home. About how buying an indentured servant only to set them free would probably just result in the market ensnaring them into the system once again. But in the face of his disappointment, saying any of that feels cruel. Dang. How did I get this one ending and I don't even realize how I got it? Not me just flirting with Francesco constantly. Oh wait, ooh, that's chapter 1. Hold on. Chapter 2. Bodyguard's awareness stat 44. Hold on. Interesting. Francessco. This is the ending you'll get if you avoid all the other bad endings. There is no minimum affection threshold for this ending, but there is a minimum text change throughout the chapter depending on his affection and submission levels. There are choices that change your point in the chapter. Oh, wait. I don't think I got 15 in this specific game. Hold on. I don't think I got chapter 15 in this specific game. No, I didn't. Okay, that's fine. All right, y'all. I was about to get us in a whole different loophole. Hold on. All right. It is too late. It is crazy late o'clock. What you say? This game, it is addicting. It is so, I love this game. I almost said flavor. Oh my god, wrong game. This was the first game that I played when or one of the first ones when I started doing my channel, so it was fun to do it, and I missed everybody so much. But yes, friends, I need to go to sleep. I'm exhausted. I have to stream for my patrons in the morning. We do have Start? No, I think we have Mysteria on Sunday. We have a cozy stream on Sunday, so make sure you tune in for that. And then I will be on my break from June 29th until July 23rd. And when we come back, I have a surprise for you guys, and I'm very excited to announce it. Do I have anything else? I have to pee, so I'm doing the pee-pee dance. Do I have anything else for you cuties? I don't think I do. In the meantime, there will be lots of games uploaded. I have started doing unhinged affirmations, so when that comes out in July, check it out. I'm very excited about unhinged affirmations. I made that from my soul just for y'all. When I say unhinged, I mean unhinged. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I love having you here. I love seeing your face. I love being oh so sleepy and oh so cozy. And remember that day by day, moment by moment, we are blossoming like a flower of lavender, calm, cool, and collected. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, cuties. Get it.